Here we go.
All right, guys, here we are, episode 5 of Barn Life, and a little interesting. I think I'm alone right now up here on set with my main man Voss in the background over here.
I'm still here.
Yeah. We still got Voss and me here, but
looks like a big present over there.
Well, I think this is Austin's favorite pink blanket that he uses all over the house. I see him.
He'll
watch
appreciate
TV
us
with
putting
it,
that up.
and I think he even sleeps with this thing. But I guess we can get rid of it for the show.
Yeah, let's just take it down for now.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
My favorite pink blanket.
this guy.
Really?
Where did he come from?
It's really bad that I'm not there to defend myself, and you guys put a pink blanket over my chair.
Oh, don't try to say that's not your favorite blanket.
My goodness.
I mean, you're kind of
When
at
I
our
get
mercy.
home.
Yeah, you are definitely at our mercy right now.
Yeah. But how about this view I got here at ISM Raceway? Isn't this awesome?
That is awesome, and that's where we are this weekend, isn't it?
It is, and the guys hooked me up. I'm actually in one of the new suites up here. As you know, they're renovating the whole track and changing it around and making it kind of how Daytona has renovated their place to really compete with all the other stadiums that we compete against, NFL, NBA, whatever it may be. This is one of the second tracks that ISC has put a lot of money into to make it just a wonderful venue. And this is the Curve suite at ISM Raceway. It is awesome.
Nice.
I'm actually outside. The inside is beautiful. I wish I could do it, but the lighting just not right. And
Yeah.
Boss has taught me a lot about lighting lately, so I'm trying to get the best lighting for
Well,
the
hey,
show.
you need the best light to make you look pretty.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I got to have light, buddy.
No, but that
Usually it
looks
just
awesome.
follows me around. The light
Yeah.
just follows me
Yeah,
around.
you always
and
got
it just
got
shines.
cameras on you.
So that's pretty close to where the spotters stand.
It is. I can, but there's no Wi-Fi there, and I'm not far from there. This is a track that the spotters complain about a lot because where the spotter stand is located. It's actually entering turn 1, so they have a hard time seeing behind me down there in turn 4 the exit, and that's where a bunch of the spotters complain about the location of when the cars are coming off there because they just can't clear you.
Right.
It's a little bit more difficult for them.
Well, speaking of the Phoenix race this weekend, first short track of the season, how do you like the short track racing?
Short track racing is always fun, and this is more of a this is a hard braking track, so brakes are going to matter. I'm looking forward to getting out there. We've had 2 mile and a halves now, and obviously we've seen that we got to go to work for our Camaros ZL1s. Good runs. We've executed well. We just don't have the speed that some of the other manufacturers and teams have right now.
Right.
But a short track can bring that gap together. It can make it a little closer and give you some optimism at the short tracks that we go to later in the year. So I'm looking forward to Phoenix. It's a great place.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So Vegas was last weekend's race. I mean, what did you think of the race? I think we had a decent finish, and it was a solid effort out there.
Yeah, we talked about it. 13th is not what you want. You want to be inside the top 10, fighting for a win.
Yeah, exactly.
But we worked hard throughout the day, and we gained spots steadily all day long and executed. We executed again, and we got to find speed. And we really fought the balance of the race car. We were tight, loose, tight, just back and forth, and never quite hit it. Even throughout practice, we weren't great as far as handling went, and we kind of slung something at it going into the race, and I think it worked out. I think we finished better than what we were going to finish, truthfully.
Yeah.
So, props to the guys on the team, Justin and Sparks and Seth.
Yeah.
We know where we can get better, though. We didn't really hit our attitude as good as we wanted to go in the race, and for those people that don't know what attitude is, it's actually, the distance between the ground and the splitter on the car. You want it as low as you can get, and you want the right attitude in the car to really just help give you the best downforce out there.
Yeah, I think 13th is definitely respectable, but for me, getting that win the first race of the season, now it's just like I want to win every freaking race, and I know that's how everybody on our team is, and I think it's a good attitude to have, and I think it was a great team effort, and it's been all season, and if we just keep that up, I know good things are going to happen for our team for sure.
The good thing with winning so early, though, is you're in the chase with this format now, so you have all all year to tune on stuff so you can hit the chase hhard.
Playoffs.
It feels really feels really, really good.
Yeah, no, it's
having those playoff points, and it does. But you always you want more, and we're gonna keep pushing. But like you said,
Right.
you can always fall back on that.
Right.
But hopefully, by the time that we get to playoff time, we've got the speed that we need to compete with the rest of the guys, and that's what we got. We got to try different things. I'm looking forward to trying different setups that we might not try on a given weekend. But I am proud of how we've executed the first 3 weeks as far as just finishing where we need to finish.
Definitely, and it's like you say, man, it's not where you start; it's where you finish. And then we got a whole season to do that and work on stuff and get better. And I think we're definitely going in the right direction.
Yeah, one of our goals too is stage points and trying to get those bonus points racked up so we can go far into the playoffs. And I think that aligns with qualifying speed. You want to have short run speed. We got to get better qualifying. We were the best qualified car as far as RCR went last week, but you got to keep pushing to get better. We're only 16th. That's not good enough. You got to have guys consistently getting to the third round and qualifying to put us in a good position for the race.
Yeah.
At Kevin Harvick's car, my gosh, dude, he was unstoppable again.
I mean, it was insane. The guy just took off every restart, and then with those long green flag runs, he just blew by everybody.
And somebody told me at the end of the race he was driving with one hand. I think I was driving with two hands and a knee and an elbow at the same time. It's crazy. They've obviously put in a lot of work in the off season to show up and be dominant. And this weekend he'll be fast again. Phoenix is one of his tracks, so. Yeah, to win, you're going to have to beat him this weekend again at ISM.
Yeah, without a doubt. So now you've been out in Vegas since yesterday, right? You came to Phoenix yesterday, and you've been out in Vegas.
Sunday after the race, man, I was just whooped. So we went to the Cosmopolitan. Craven and I had dinner. The girls, your fiance and my wife.
Yeah, make sure you're keeping an eye on her,
Oh, yeah, I look out for her.
You get to spend all this time with her while I'm back here in North Carolina with just my guy Voss over here,
Mm-hmm. We only see each other at work, though.
Well, maybe you should come over and hang out with me,
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little jealous because I'm outnumbered. Craven's been with me. Me and Craven been hanging out. Austin Craven, my business manager, and Austin Dillon Motorsports.
Great guy. One of the best. Love you, Craven.
Guys, yeah. So he's been hanging out with me. We played golf Monday with Ty and his father-in-law and the producer of the ride.
Oh, nice.
So hopefully I make it on the show this week. I hit a couple golf balls, not great. I played bogey golf though. I ended exactly 9 over in 9 holes. So I mean that's average. You got to start scoring a little better.
Well, I'm not sure what bogey golf is. I'm not a big golf guy. But
that means you finished one, like every hole I bogeyed. I think I parred one to get to even.
You're better than that.
I know, but
pretty good, I think.
Yeah, well, every time I've seen him, he gets birdies sometimes, and
I'm just proud I didn't have a blow up hole. Like I didn't shank one into the houses. Craven hit 3 houses.
All right, Craven. All right, buddy.
Yes.
Hey, 3 houses and one of the alarms went off.
Wow.
And we were like,
by the way, what? Craven's Instagram handle is the Bad Golfer, so I guess he's living true to his name.
Yeah. He is living true to his name. So after that, went back and I went to City Light Shine. I went to Brennan Gaughan's distillery and hung out with Brennan, and he took me through there. Awesome place, and he's got a couple different business he's got going on. And Brennan is just an awesome dude, man. He's working with a bunch of different casinos out in Vegas to get his shine in there. And then also he's got another product that's it's like a carpet cleaner.
Nice.
So he's definitely I would never. What would it be like growing up in Las Vegas, being Brennan Gaughan? Just
I couldn't even
crazy.
Imagine, man. It would be so insane.
And to turn out as genuine as a person as he has,
he's one of the best guys.
We're gonna get him on Barn Life to hang out with us one time.
Now,
also,
go ahead.
Also had Colt Ford hit me up this week. He wants to come to studio at the Barn Loft.
Yeah, we always like a good special guest who comes into studio.
Yeah, so Colt, he wants to be a part of Barn Life, and Brennan also he just walked us around, talked to us about the business. One day I might have to. My grandfather's got a winery. I would be interested in some kind of distillery of some point.
Wolfpack whiskey, baby.
Yeah, it's in the back of my head for long-term vision, but right now it's all about racing.
Now, are you going to bring some of this City Light Shine back home to your co-hosts?
I definitely will let the co-hosts try it out. I got a special batch that you can't get anywhere, and I'll let you guys taste it out and give you what you think about it.
That would be much appreciated.
So after that, we went back to the Cosmo, got duded up. Craven and I went and got some new, what do you call them, bomber jackets or bomber jackets, yeah. So we got 2 jackets from Stitched, and we went and played Top Golf.
Too good. Stitched, man, that is a cool place. When
you think about Vegas, you think about warm weather. Man, it was freezing out there, so you had to have a jacket on.
Yeah, that's how it was all weekend, too, when we were out there. It was pretty bizarre.
Windy and cold. But we played Top Golf, and Top Golf.
Yeah, you had the whole team out there, right?
We did, and we had like an awesome area, like a suite, and
that's cool.
The guys had a blast. I actually I won with Adam Brown. We went 4-1 on the beer pong table. They got like beer pong there.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. I like it.
It was a good time hanging out with those guys.
Yeah, it's good camaraderie.
Yeah, always fun at Top Golf. And from Top Golf, I think the girls went home, went to bed, and the guys, we kept on going and hanging out, and it was a good time.
Yeah.
Next morning was today. So was today Tuesday or Wednesday?
Today is Wednesday. You missed the most favorite part.
Happened?
Well, you know where you were yesterday. That's what I really want to hear about.
Oh yeah, yesterday. Yesterday was more about driving to Phoenix. I wanted to get here, but when we got up, I had the line on an awesome shoe store. I asked our guys from Maestro's about Al Uppercut, who cuts our hair when we go to Maestro's. Awesome hairstylist and barber, Maestro.
Oh yeah, great people.
He said, when I go to Vegas, check this place out, and it's Urban Necessities. And when you go in this place, it's actually, they're moving to the Strip, and it's going to be across from the Wynn. And when they move there, I mean, it's already a huge store. They got tons of followers. I think 368,000 followers on Instagram. And I walked in there. It was like a kid in a candy store with shoes. And I really was wishing you were there, Paul, because
I'm so jealous. I would have lost my mind. I'm so happy that you have now this big appreciation for shoes, and you're a sneakerhead now, and I love it. Absolutely love it.
I got in there, and I loved how you had to I guess Foot Locker's closing down tons of stores. What the guy told me yesterday, they're closing all their stores down. So this is kind of the new thing, is getting shoes before they come out, and this place had every shoe imaginable. And the way you search the shoe is you take your phone and you put it on camera mode, and you actually put it up to a QR code on the shoe, and it shows you what size and how much they are per shoe in the store. So awesome way of shopping. And I did that. Whitney told me, you don't ever go shopping and buy a bunch of stuff, but I bought 6 pairs of shoes, so I went off this time.
Splurge a little every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that.
I was actually thinking about the Back to the Future.
That's what I'm saying. I was just about to ask. Did you buy the Megs?
I really thought about it. They're just too. I mean, it's a house payment, car payment, $7,500 for the Back to the Future shoes, but they're not the electronic lace-ups. They're just the first run.
All right, well then I'll forgive you a little bit.
But the lace-up ones are $25,000 for those, man. That's just, but you don't. That's not a shoe that you wear. That's something you put up and you just
Did you? Did they have those Nike shoes that we looked at in Washington Park the one day that do the new ones that tie themselves up electronically?
They had those. They had all the Off-White shoes. I mean, anything that the shoes I showed you last week on the show, the Dame Lillards. Yes. They had them. I couldn't do it. They were like $900. I'm not going to do that. But I bought a bunch of shoes for about $170 to $200, 6 pairs. It was a fun trip. And then I slept in the car while Craven drove us to Phoenix. And I'm glad to be here because the weather is much nicer. Obviously, you can tell I'm outside.
Yeah.
And it's just it's awesome.
Yeah, Phoenix is my favorite place we go to. I absolutely love that city. Love the atmosphere out there. Track's awesome. Race is awesome. That's definitely my favorite place to go.
Yeah, Phoenix is fun, and we're gonna go into Old Scott. We got a workout in this morning. Finally got a workout in.
Yeah, it's about me and your dad were actually talking yesterday, and he's like, "Boy, Austin's got to get in the weight room." I told him he's getting a little pudgy.
What? Pudgy? I'm light. I'm actually the lightest I've been in like a year.
Well, muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We could say that. Yeah. But
what was
that's
that comment,
good.
boss?
That's good. You got to work out.
That was somebody. We got lots of people on the couch. That was somebody else.
Hey, keep it down over there, huh?
Yeah. So I got a good workout in today. The girls were there working out. They were running. Oh, they had an awesome treadmill. It was like I don't know what you would call it. It had like grass, like turf. It had turf where the treadmill was, the tread.
Yeah.
And you powered it yourself. And I got 2 miles in on it. And you can go as fast as you want because it rotates like super fast, but your weight's kind of determining how fast you go. It was hard to stay consistent, but I did it. So it's 2 miles of that.
What was your time?
I mean, like 12:45.
Right,
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's pretty good.
What keeps you? Do you strap into it? Like, what keeps you from just running off the front of it? You've probably seen one of these.
Oh, there's a metal rail there in front of you.
Oh, you
can
just
hold
push
on
it? I got you.
Well, I've seen the ones that we used back in college that was like a U-shaped.
Yeah, that's his U-shape.
Yeah.
Same kind of deal. Just had a rail around the front.
Yeah.
It's not like the dead tread at RCR, which is just
no.
broken treadmill. You got to push.
It's way easier than the dead tread. That thing sucks.
So, tonight we're going to Scottsdale, going to like my favorite Italian place ever. It's called Marsiliano's.
Nice.
We're going to go there and eat. And they have like homemade pasta, like unbelievable pasta that's just scrumdiddlyumptious.
You going to hike Camelback?
Yeah, so we're going to watch Black Panther. I'm almost there. Black Panther is the plan tonight.
Yes.
So Whitney's excited about that. Craven and Meryl, everybody's pumped to go see that.
You will not be disappointed.
The morning plan is to get up early, and I think I'm going to jog up Camelback. I've seen some guys do it in the past.
Good luck.
I've been with the girls the whole time, and they kind of like walk, climb. I want to like push it and see what my time can be without getting hurt. You know what I mean?
You'll be fine. No, that'll be good. Yeah, well, last year with my buddy Trevor out there, I've hiked Camelback the last 2 years, and last year I hiked it with a 60-pound weight vest and jogged spurts and then like would walk spurts, and that was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. It was completely exhausting.
Where'd you get the weight vest? Did you travel with the weight vest?
No, well,
that's weird.
Yeah, I wish I could, but no, it was my buddy Trevor's. He had it, and he let me use it, so it was pretty good. No, I'm not that much of a meathead.
Yeah, well, you kind of are. I figure you would bring your own weights with you. But, I'm going to plan on doing that in the morning, and then I go to the Dodgers game in the afternoon.
Oh,
I don't know what all we're doing there, but, yeah, I'm getting another jersey.
Another jersey to add to the collection.
Tell them about my jerseys, Paul.
Dude, you got to do something. I mean, this guy's probably has, close to 20-plus jerseys he gets from all these games he goes to, all these teams he's affiliated with, and they're all just sitting in a closet. We got to get these things out and framed and put them up in the studio.
The first pitch jerseys is what I call them.
Yeah.
You go to throw out a first pitch, they give you a jersey, or the 76ers game, kind of same thing.
Yeah, you got a ton of awesome. You got the USA soccer team one. I mean, you got some really cool ones in the collection.
I'm really waiting for like the Braves to hit me up about the first pitch, though. I mean, now that we won the 500, maybe I'll get that.
Well, yeah, you should be getting calls off the hook right now to be doing first pitches.
Yeah, I think that's what the Dodgers thing was. So we'll go do that tomorrow, and by that time it'll be race time on Friday, and you guys will be here and we'll be hanging out.
That's right. Can't wait for it. Are you running the Xfinity race this weekend, or is Ty?
No, I'm off this weekend. Ty's in the Xfinity car, so I'll have that day. I love focusing just on the Cup car. It's kind of nice to do that and have that in just the main focus of the weekend.
Right.
How many Xfinity races are you running this year? Do you know?
I think there was 8 total, or 7 or 8 total from RCR, and then I might mix it up with a couple more, but I can't tell you yet if I'm going to do those.
Secretive.
Yeah, it won't be with RCR though. The ones I have with RCR are set in stone. That's all I got. So
I gotcha.
It'll be with another affiliate possibly.
Well, you're not getting us as a pit crew probably.
I know that I'd miss out on that. No, I'll work that out. I'll have to knock Ty out of the way or something. Anyways, what else is going on? Oh, let's talk about the NFL Combine a little bit now.
Yes, definitely. That one of my favorite weekends of the year. You know, love football, and I know you love football, and it's fun to see all these guys get out there and compete and run the 40, do the bench press, how far they can jump, and see all the drills. It's just a really fun thing to watch, and there were some guys who absolutely lit it up this Combine.
Yeah, that Shaquem Griffin had to be the story of the Combine. One hand going out there just just destroying people. Fastest linebacker to ever run the 40,
Dude,
4.38.
He was faster than pretty much everybody at the combine. I think he was probably in the top 6 or 7 of everybody at the combine.
And he did 20 reps on the bench press with a prosthetic. That's just monsters numbers.
He caught. I'm pretty sure he caught all the passes that were thrown to him in all the drills and everything.
I mean, if you're listening, Panthers general manager, like, I would love to see him on the team. I know it's not like a need, but it's always a need when you need an athlete. I mean, he's just a guy that's going to put butts in seats. People are going to want to come see him play, and I would buy his jersey.
It's an awesome story, and the guy seems like such an awesome guy. I think he was a second-team All-American at UCF, and we all know how good UCF was this past season. So for him to be
knows how to win.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a great story.
Stitch, I said, if he goes to the draft, you guys need to suit him up in a Stitch suit.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
That'd be awesome. What about
make one for his arm and everything?
Saquon Barkley? I think he probably was the MVP of the combine.
I mean, he blew everybody away. I mean, I think he's the number 1 pick of the draft.
I agree.
I don't see anybody else choosing. If somebody doesn't pick him number 1, they're missing out.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's good quarterbacks in this draft, but just a lot of unknowns about them, and I feel like Saquon Barkley is such a safe number 1 pick. You know what you're getting. The guy produces on the field. He produces, in these drills and in these numbers. He's an awesome football player.
Yeah, and like, I watched the clip from Colin Cowherd, and I'll get Boss to throw it up on the screen. He was talking about, like, the Browns are going to take Saquon Barkley, a running back, at number 1.
So 2 years ago, the Cowboys got nothing but pushback for taking a running back like 4th, and now the Cleveland Browns, in dire need of a quarterback, in a class in which there's a bunch of really good young quarterback prospects, are going to bail on it for a running back.
And a few years ago, we were talking about you can get running back in the 5th round for the same as the 1st round. Like, no, like, this guy is not just a running back.
He is a game changer.
Freak.
Yes.
I mean, he is. So I just don't like. I'm not a Colin Cowherd fan or whatever.
Well, you know how all these analysts are. They all try to act like they know exactly what they're talking about. Just like Skip Bayless.
I mean, the Browns could take Saquon Barkley and it would be good for their organization.
And they always
get a quarterback in another round.
They always strike out on quarterbacks. Always.
Exactly. So why even go that direction?
Yeah.
If you want a quarterback, go get Kirk Cousins. Browns have the most room to do it. Just go get him. You got a quarterback.
I'm hoping Baker Mayfield goes in the NFL and really succeeds. I like Baker Mayfield, and I think his combine went pretty good. Threw the ball well. I mean, obviously his times weren't the greatest, but I mean it doesn't need to be. I want to see him go to the NFL and really light it up.
I like his style.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a beast. He loves to hang with the boys, and
that's right, baby. He's one of the boys. Come on. But I mean, with his story, he had to really work hard and earn everything he got with becoming the Heisman, becoming the starting quarterback at Oklahoma, and just everything he did throughout his career. He really had to work.
He's undersized too.
Yeah, exactly. So of course you like that.
Undersized. Yeah, undersized guys. You want those guys to come through in the end. But anyways, let's think about it this way. If there was a NASCAR combine,
okay.
Who would rank up there in the 40, the bench press? I know I'm not going to win the bench press today. Congratulations.
Well, I mean,
what? You go ahead and give me a 3-cone drill.
I've said this before, and I mean, I think you are probably the most athletic driver in NASCAR. I not trying to toot your whistle or anything, or get you going, but all right, that sounded weird.
Toot your whistle.
That came out. Don't.
Oh, it's staying.
No, that came out.
Staying.
That is not coming out of the show. The correct way to say that would be toot your horn.
Toot your horn.
If you want to toot my whistle, that's a little weird. But
all right, not trying to toot your horn, but no, I know how good of a basketball player you are, soccer player. I'm sure you can.
But those are measurables, though, that you don't see. That's athleticism. That's why the combine sometimes doesn't line up. You get these freaks that kill it at the combine.
Yeah,
but there's some people that just go out there on the field and they compete.
I'd like to think you'd put up good numbers. I think you'd be up there. I think your brother Ty would definitely be up there. I think Denny Hamlin would be up there, seeing him play on.
I wonder who would be the fastest 40. That would be interesting to me.
That would be interesting. Well, we've seen Bubba out on the court. Bubba is very fast out on the court. I think he might be a little faster than you.
Bubba might put up the fastest 40.
Blaney's pretty fast too. I'd put him up there.
Blaney, let me think. Who else would be? Voss, you got any idea on somebody that looks fast?
Suarez has Speedy Gonzalez on his pit stop sign, so maybe he'd be pretty fast.
I've seen Ty lift some weights, and not saying he like doesn't look big, but like he's strong.
Yeah, Ty's a brute, man. The guy's like, a beast.
And I don't know how you guys compare, but I would have just put you up like obviously stronger, but like Ty will throw up some stuff.
Oh yeah.
As far as running speed, I don't know.
I don't disagree. Ty could do a good bench press probably, but you know who is sneaky bench press that does a lot of bench press is Paul Menard. I think that's like his workout. He just benches. I don't think he likes to do cardio.
I definitely put him up there. He looks like a pretty strong
Landon
guy.
Castle might have a little foot speed. He's a runner, isn't he?
Yeah. Him and
yeah, but he's like long distance.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. And then you got all the guys like Jimmy Johnson and all them that ride bikes, but I don't know how that would translate into.
How do you think Brad Keselowski would do in an NFL combine?
He's definitely one of those guys that.
I'm just going off this
the combine. I mean, he'd be an undrafted free agent and would show up and put in the work and get on the field somehow. But the combine numbers they're irrelevant for him. You know, he doesn't look the part, and he probably is. He's not going to be.
I'm just saying because I seen this basketball video of him trying to do some sort of basketball drill once, and
I'm not even gonna talk about that because that's just rude. It's not his sport. Let's just put it that far.
Yeah.
And obviously, he found it at NASCAR.
Right.
So his measurables are obviously lined up. He's killing it in NASCAR. So not going to bring up the basketball video, but it was hilarious if you haven't seen it.
So I guess the consensus is maybe fastest would probably be a mix between you, Blaney, or Bubba. Would that be a fair top 3 of fastest, quickest guys in an NFL combine for drivers?
Oh, you know what? I just forgot about Matt DiBenedetto on the bench press. Dude, this guy's got cannons. Have you seen his arm?
Well, yeah, he came out in the beater shirt for one of the races, I think, and he's pretty stout dude.
Yeah, I think he might win the bench press now. I'm going to give DiBenedetto the bench. I don't know on the 40 because there's probably somebody sneaky that's just got 40 yards in them.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
So there's somebody we're probably not even thinking about who would just come out and trick us all up.
Newman might roll in the bench press too.
Yeah, he's got that country strength.
Yeah.
Who would have the most ups in the vertical?
Vert. Oh man.
Blaney.
Newman would not have Blaney would have good ups. Just going off of basketball. There's probably some guys we're not thinking about though.
That's the hard thing to know. You don't know.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
LaJoy's got ups too.
Oh yeah, LaJoy would be an all. He could be the all-around best athlete.
He has some good athletic skills.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, we got to think about some of these wily veterans though, because they were piping on the Twitter this week about 42 years old winning Jimmy and Harvick. Harvick can do a bunch of these things pretty good also.
What about Truex? How do you think Truex would be in all this stuff?
Like a 3-cone drill? Yeah. Maybe he's like the 3-cone guy.
Sneaky 3-cone guy or the 5-10-5.
Yeah, 5-10-5. I don't know.
And there's the 60-yard shuttle too. That's kind of more of like a little bit of conditioning, a little bit of speed and quickness.
Well, let's just talk about this. If the combine is built for the draft, so let's talk about a NASCAR draft.
Okay.
There's 36 drivers out there.
Yep.
You start from 1 to 36 off the championship last year. So that puts Furniture Row with the 36th pick in the draft.
Yep.
At number 1, let's look it up. I think I got it right here on my phone. 36th in points last year. So that'd be Jeffrey Earnhardt. And Jeffrey was, I don't know the team exactly. The name of the team would be, I think he's a Starcom this year. Last year, not sure, but 36th in points. That team gets the first overall driver pick.
Ooh.
And you just start backwards from there.
So who do you think would be the first pick? I'm going to go right to you on this one.
For me?
Who would be your first pick?
My first pick? Well, I can't not say me. I would always be my first pick. I'm a marketable guy. Hey, I can get some big wins.
You answered correctly.
That I feel like you can't, if you don't choose yourself, you're dumb.
Yeah, you're selling yourself short.
Right. So let's just put it at number 2 overall now. So I would be on the number 2 overall. I'm trying to think. Are we trying to build a race team for years to come, or does this draft come every year and you get to swap?
Well, that's a good point. I mean, yeah,
you got to think about sponsors. Are these guys going to be relatable to sponsors?
Right.
Do they bring a sponsor with them? There's
a lot of different variables.
Yeah. So
I would think about it like you have a fully sponsored car and you're sticking a driver in.
Yeah,
that's the best way.
Yeah, I like that. Where you solely the driver, talent of the driver.
Well, but you got to think. I like thinking about it as the team. If he's the 36th place team, how does that team flip with just a driver? I mean, because you got to have a sponsor too. You got to have that marketing ability is up there too somewhere. But man, if I'm gonna go, I would say there's a lot of people going to be hurt in this one. My mom would say Ty Dillon. I would probably have to go with that too, but. That's why I'm trying to get you guys to put this up. This is bad.
Well, this is great when another NASCAR driver talks about it.
You can exclude yourself. You can exclude Ty.
Yeah, we'll take you two out of it.
Perfect. Take the brotherly love out of it. All right, first overall, I'm going to go the guy that's going to go out there, compete every weekend, put me in a position to win a championship. Well, heck, right now, it's if I'm going off of last year, I'm taking Jimmy Johnson.
Ooh.
That's why I was going to say Jimmy Johnson. I mean, you can't go against him. 7-time champion. I mean, puts it in every year.
And if I'm taking like the next 2, I think if you think young and you're trying to build a team off of youth, it's like Larson.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch is right in there with Larson, Harvick, but he's on the opposite end of the spectrum. You win now, it's Harvick, Johnson. You're wanting for youth for years to come. It's Larson, Blaney,
right?
Those type of guys,
right? No, I think that's pretty good.
I would like to do that. Maybe that's something for next show. Is like we pull out our full mock draft, like all 3 of us put up a 36-1, and we do a mock draft and we'll put it up on the show.
Yeah, I like that. I think that'd be a good idea. Speaking of just kind of thinking of next show and for shows to come, we have a pretty big wager out there right now, don't we, Voss?
Yeah, there's something about that. You're going to shave your beard, I think, was the big thing?
Yeah, but, it's just a 1-week shave. You got a 2-month hair grow out.
Yes.
Well, here's the deal. It's not going to happen if we don't get on this whole follower, likes, subscribe thing.
We need them, man.
What are we, like 1,600 right now?
We're a little ways away right now.
We're going to have to step up the stage. I did get an interview with Claire B. Lang on the way up to here.
Okay.
Claire B., she gave us a shout out on our YouTube channel,
Perfect.
so we're probably going to get some follows from XM. But we got a lot of work to do to get to 10,000.
I think Voss is going to try not to push our show these next 2 weeks.
Nah,
he better not.
I'll push it. We're gonna end up with 9,999 followers.
Then he's shutting it down.
I'll put like a fire suit up there or something, like my Daytona 500 fire suit. If we can get to YouTube,
no, dude.
If you're a subscriber,
I'm gonna say, well, just because you need to keep that. That's a big fire suit. And
here's the deal: if we got to Daytona, if we get to 10,000 in 2 weeks, I put something like that, something very cool, for our subscribers to gain off of this. Just because I want to see the beard gone and I want to see the hair.
Is everything given up? Like you wear a fire suit. Obviously, I wouldn't give that away. You wear some gloves. You wear shoes. You probably wore a hat around that weekend.
There's a lot of stuff.
What about my underwear?
Whoa!
Daytona 500
Whitney's
underwear.
not gonna like that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's the fire retardant underwear, so it's a long sleeve shirt and the pants. Then you can say you had the underwear from the Daytona 500.
Are they washed or are they not washed?
I know where they're at.
Let's not call it underwear then. It's your your Nomex.
Your Nomex.
Because yours says Dow right on the front of it too.
Yeah, it does. It says Dow. That's what I'm going to give you a pair of my Daytona 500 Nomex.
Yeah,
sweating all.
Which is kind of like me choosing between like 5 different pairs because I think I know which one the 500 was. But they say Dow across the front, and you could like frame it and be like, I'm going to give you, this is the Daytona 500 underwear.
Definitely.
All right, that's what it is. I'm going to give out, if we get to 10,000 by 2 weeks, I'm going to give the Daytona 500 underwear to one of our subscribers.
Boom. I like it.
2 weeks. We got to get to 10,000.
Guys,
so
we need your help. We need subscribers, likes, comments, everything. We got to get this out here.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I want to see Voss with hair for 2 months.
And he's not talking about his boxer briefs. These are like your second layer of fireproof.
It's clean. It'll be clean stuff.
If you were starting an underwear company tomorrow, what would you make your underwear out of?
Ooh.
Wow.
And cotton is not available.
Well, whatever my Calvin Klein trunks are, I love the material. It's like, it's not fully cotton. There's like some mixtures of stuff in it, but it's pretty comfortable.
What about you, Voss? So I mean, that's not. You got to give a material. Like I'm just saying a material.
Oh, I'd make mine out of vibranium.
What is that?
What's vibranium?
What?
That superhero
Don't
stuff?
you guys watch Marvel?
Yeah,
Come
I was
on.
gonna say that's superhero material.
Jeez. I'd make my boxer briefs out of vibranium completely.
Where do you get that from?
Sounds like a really awesome material.
Yeah, it is. It's the strongest material in the world. Anyways, Voss, what do you want?
That doesn't exist.
Why would you
allegedly
I feel like that'd be constricting. You want good.
You'll see
once
underwear. You watch Black Panther. You'll know what I'm talking about. Anyways, Voss, what do you think?
Man, I can't think of any good materials other than. I mean, I always like the 50-50 blends of any kind of, but that has cotton in it.
Yeah,
so
no
if you
doubt.
exclude cotton, what are you supposed to use?
Well, I use vibranium.
I use gator skin.
Whoa, I like that one.
There would definitely be some gold bond powder getting used.
Nice,
or some
Voss.
baby
Well,
powder.
you could smooth out the right areas.
It'd be underwear for one tough son of a. That's what it'd be
One
called.
tough son of a gator.
Yeah.
All right, Austin, what do you got?
I would make mine out of you know what looks really soft to me? Actually, it'd be pretty funny. I think seal skin looks really soft.
Hey,
seal skin.
Whoa, I guess we're bringing up seals
Hey, we
again.
saw in the comments that everyone agreed with Austin that seal is not a food.
Well, we looked it
not a
up,
seafood.
and I'm sure people eat it illegally, but it's probably a food that people eat, but yes, done illegally.
What about
probably.
this? Like shark skin underwear. You know how like one way it feels really good, but you rake your hand the other way on a shark? If you ever touch the shark, if you catch a baby shark, like one way feels super amazing, and the other way feels like running your hand over needles.
Same with a cat's tongue. If you go down on it, it's super smooth, but if you go up on it, it's really rough.
I don't know how marketable your underwear would be if you're killing like really beautiful animals like seals and stuff trying to.
That's why vibranium's the way to go.
Okay, well, take away what kind of okay, never mind. We can't do animals then. Darn.
Sheepskin underwear would be pretty comfortable, I feel like.
Yeah, sheep fur, like sheepskin fur. It'd be hot though, man. Oh my gosh, no, it'd be super hot. I mean, you'd have to like. It'd be hard without cotton. It'd be really hard.
Yeah.
Sheep fur is wool.
I mean,
what about like pine needles?
Speaking of underwear, do you think anybody wears the whitey tighty underwears anymore? I mean, is that like that's got to be like an out of style thing, right?
Not with the new underwear like the Beneath and stuff.
Well, like the old school ones. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, people probably
Beneath underwear is the best underwear. I mean, it's got the your shaft and boys can hang out in the pocket. You got a pocket for your boys in the shaft. They just hang out
for the boys in the shaft.
Yeah. If you've never tried Beneath underwear, check them out. I mean, they got their own pocket there for you.
I like it. Do they have like designs on the pocket, like a snake head maybe, or?
They got roses and different colors, and
nice.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a great brand, and we're actually getting ready to do some really cool stuff with Beneath.
Are you going to be doing underwear modeling?
I'm asking. I've got to. That's why I was in the gym today.
All right. Well, he's taking the right steps. How is Whitney gonna like it if you are an underwear model?
I don't know. I don't want her to be an underwear model, but she's taken some pretty awesome bathing suit pictures in the past.
So you should be able to take some good underwear pics. It's only fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You haven't had your moment.
Yeah, you haven't had your moment yet with modeling. So now I think it's your turn.
I definitely would only. I have to work on more than just my ab. I have one ab right now at the moment. So I don't know. Maybe it's what? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really into that. I'm probably not going to be an underwear model.
All right.
No.
Well, maybe a future endeavor.
I'm thinking like I'll wear my jeans and just have my underwear hanging out the top just a little bit.
There we go. Yeah, show a little bit, not too much.
Yeah, and if they can Photoshop
boom
my underwear section. That would be pretty cool.
They could
I might
probably
think about it,
Photoshop some abs on you, and some biceps and traps and pecs and everything.
Well, they probably need to Photoshop, everywhere.
I'm just kidding.
Well, anyways, talked about underwear. We talked about a little bit of everything today. Now it's getting dark, and I better go or I'm going to miss my dinner date with the girls, your girl included.
Yeah, hey, thanks.
Yeah, you mentioned you had a hard out, but I didn't realize it was just for fun. I thought you had like a engagement.
Yeah, no, he's going to have fun with my fiance, his wife, and one of our very good friends. And me and Voss are going to hang out here, and
we are.
I'll give you a good review of the Black Panther too. A good review.
Please, because Ray Wright is a complete hater of Marvel and the Black Panther movie.
Tell him who Ray Wright is.
Ray Wright, our pit crew coach, one of our great friends, but just an absolute hater of Marvel movies because he's a DC fan, which I think we all know the DC is slacking big time compared to Marvel. They're playing catch up, and it's not going too well for him. So Black Panther was another killer of a movie, and he just can't accept the facts that Marvel's a way better deal than DC. So
maybe after Austin watches it and I watch it, we should have a spoiler episode separate and talk about Black Panther.
I like that.
Yeah. And I think, I told Colt Ford, because I talked about how he wanted to come on the show, I'm going to wait until we get back from the West Coast to have him on. Next week, let's think of a good, I'm going to be calling in from L.A. somewhere next week.
Well, maybe we can try getting a guest to come in next week because we can't do the FaceTime, so.
Well, I'll see what I can do. I'll have a guest with me.
Oh, yes, that'd be perfect.
Ian Somerhalter's out there, so if I'm at his house, that might be the perfect way to get him on the show.
That'd be perfect.
So, all right, guys, thanks for having me on here. I mean, I feel like this isn't my show. I feel
thanks
like
for coming on Barn Life.
Hey, thanks for joining Barn Life today, Mr. Austin Dillon. It was great having you.
Make sure you shut the lights off tonight, Paul. I want all the lights off. Save power as much as we can.
Yeah, definitely.
Very important.
Definitely. Well, thanks for coming by, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, we need that 10,000 subscription by March 21st, I believe it is. So subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you can to help us out. We appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Don't mess with the 500 trophy either. It's there for a reason. Don't screw with it, all right?
It's mine now.
Shut up.